All right, so here is step 9. This is the setting powder. So I'm using the Bloodline Beauty Set and Blur Translucent Setting Powder. And I do have a code with them. My code is JOYMUA. So I'm going to take this powder. You can use a powder puff if that's more comfortable for you. At the age of 40, I'm like, you know what? I think the the brush works for me. So I'm using this super fluffy, amazing brush. I mean, do you see that? Look at that. I mean, it's like taking a book and flipping the pages. It's so soft. This is by Wonderland Palace Marketplace. So I'm going in, and what I love about these dark bristles is that you can actually see the product that you're picking up. I don't even tap the access. I probably should, but I just don't do it. So I'm using this to pat around most of my face, and this is locking in your makeup, and it's also helping fill in the pores and create a nice, smooth, natural finish. I mean, you see that, right? Like the brightening, and even though it's translucent, I have dark skin, and I know not all translucent powders are for darker skin, but Bloodline Beauty understands that everyone has different skin tones, and one powder just can't work for everyone if it doesn't have the right elements in it to where it can. And she definitely understands that. So I took this big fluffy brush and I'm just kind of going all around the face. You don't have to use a whole lot of setting powder. You don't even have to use it all over the face, to be honest with you. I think I just use it all over the face because I love how it kind of helps my face look smoother. So now that I use the big fluffy brush, there's two different brushes that you can use. So I'm going to show you an alternative, and then I'm going to show you like the OG, like one all be all setting brush. So this is by Lashing Out Glam. This is the F12 brush. So again, I'm going to take the setting powder. I'm taking my finger and just kind of tapping on the side to get the powder out. Some people will put this like all the way closed and shake it, but you can probably get too much product doing that. So I prefer the tapping method so you can actually see how much product you're getting into the lid. So I'm going to pick up all the powder that I tapped into the jar, like so, and I'm pressing underneath the eye. And I'm looking upwards because I have droopy eyes because I don't know how to carry my behind to sleep. You see that, right? How it fills in the pores. See how I have that line there? It's blurred and masked on this side. Feels so good. I can even use this right underneath the nose if I want to take down any of that shine, because I tend to get really shiny like right up here, and especially in between the eyes and down the nose. It just gets shiny right in that area. I have combination skin. That's my skin type, is combo skin. So that's one side. You see that, right? That this is not a filter. This is not a trick. I literally used setting powder underneath the eye. So now I'm going to show you the other brush that I love to use is this sucker right here. I need to wash it. Don't judge me. This is the Real Techniques setting brush. If you happen to see this in a store, on Amazon, wherever, TikTok shop, wherever, scoop this sucker up, please. Scoop it up, because this brush right here is great for using setting powder to set your eye base. And you can also use this as setting powder underneath the eye. It's soft enough to where you can blend it out really well, but it's also dense enough to where it will make your powder land and stay where you put it. Okay, so now I'm about to do the other side with this brush. You can tap off the excess if you want, but you know, I usually only tap off the excess if I truly feel that I put too much powder on a brush. Other than that, I'm sopping up the powder and I'm going right in. And look how nice that is. Like, oh. And you know what? I realized in doing these tutorial videos for you guys that I didn't even think to use setting powder on top of my eye base. I just put the eye base on and then just went right in with the eyeshadow. So I do apologize for that. So if you made it to this, what is this? Step 9. This is step 9. So if you've made it to this video about setting powder, I apologize for not telling you, hey, use setting powder to set your eye base. You don't have to use setting powder to set your eye base, but using setting powder on your eye base, it locks in the eye base, but it also makes it a lot easier for you to blend your eyeshadow. It really, really does make a difference. Okay, there we go. So that is the setting powder under the eyes. I used a little bit on the nose area. I set the area under here where I get dark. You can also take the residual and just kind of go up in here if you want. So I went in with a big fluffy setting powder brush like this one and just kind of went in and went all over the face, all the big parts of my face. You know, you got the cheek area where you put your blush and all that. So you don't have to like focus on getting right up under the eye because that's what this sucker is for. So use this big fluffy brush to kind of set, go on the temple, go on the forehead. This is strictly for the forehead, the big areas, you know, your whole entire cheek area, down the jawline. And then this brush is where you do your refined setting, which is underneath the eyes, in between the brows, a little bit above the brows where you may get oily like me. And for me is right here. And that's pretty much it. You don't have to use the setting powder that I used, but you use the one that works for you, it works for your skin tone. You know, if you wanted to try it, try the one by Bloodline Beauty, please do it. It is really good. But these are just tutorial videos of what I use and what I do for my technique. So whatever works for you, go for it. If there's something that I do that you never thought of and you try it and it works for you, that's awesome. Like I'm really thrilled about it. So that ends this step 9. This is step 9. So that ends this video. So I will see you at the next one.